Join me and follow the podcast Conspiracy Theories, where we explore what's really going on behind the official narrative. Like, what if the Loch Ness Monster isn't a monster at all, but an elephant? What do the richest 1% know that we don't? And why are they building all those bunkers? And really, what the heck is going on with the Denver airport? Join me every week to see just how high up this goes on the Spotify podcast Conspiracy Theories. Listen on Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts.
Evil science and magic buddies.
Hello and welcome to Cryptonaut Podcast presents Evil Science and Magic Buddies, the show within the show, The Conspiracy of the Conspiracy Listener Stories, Part 36.
Wow.
Ooh,
Man.
Like my hands, my
Yeah.
magic hands,
I mean,
36.
that's
That's
very
a new one.
expressive.
yeah, definitely.
You know how to gesticulate like a motherfucker.
Do you say gesticulate?
Gesticulate.
Okay, is that talking with my hands? Because I'm
Yeah.
Italian.
Yeah.
All right, sweet, sick. So yeah, thank you for joining us. We're here. We're doing it. Listener Stories Part 36. If you have any encounters, experiences, hauntings, aliens, high strangeness, ghosts, goblins, anything, feel free to contact us. You can send your story in.
Did you hear?
Yeah.
That was fucking weird.
What happened? What did I miss?
No, I think I know what it was.
I think
but
somebody knocked on the door.
Oh,
That's
no,
what it sounded
really?
Like to me.
no, the outlet to the outside is right by the door, so you probably just heard.
Oh no!
Probably just heard some chords.
Yeah, it threw me off.
Yeah, because I heard it. I heard like. I'm like,
Oh geez.
okay.
Okay.
Scratching at the
I thought
door.
maybe we had our own paranormal experience.
So I
here.
was thinking it was like Poe-esque Edgar
No.
Allan C.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like if there's no vacuum, I'd be like, oh. What
Yeah.
But like,
nice.
But yeah, with the vacuum, it's kind of the telltale sign.
Yeah, no, that's our dude John out there doing his thing. Regardless, if you have anything you'd like to send us to be included in the listener stories, you can do that by emailing us at cryptonautpodcast@gmail.com. You can also go to cryptonautpodcast.com and fill a form out there. Please refrain from DMing me your experiences because it's a giant pain in the ass for your boy Mark.
Yeah, it is.
So, yeah, feel free to send your stuff in. We will include you in our giant library of super creepy shit
Oh, it's so
you
fun.
guys have. Also, too, before we get started, we have some new merch.
Yes, we do.
The $10 folks that are watching us on Patreon can see I'm wearing the shirt right here. Boom. I called it, I think, Monster Force 1. I don't know why. I just named it. I
like it.
I need a title for TeePublic. So I was like, yeah, Monster Force 1.
Monster Force.
So this is
1.
available right here at our TeePublic shop, hellerspace.com. We recently updated our TeePublic shop to a dashery.
Oh,
Yes. Now this.
yeah.
fancy.
Explain to the people what that means.
So all that is just a new storefront for our TeePublic shop. That's it.
Oh, okay.
So if you go to hellerspace.com, it will send you there. And that's it. It's just an updated storefront.
Why is it called a dashery?
It's TeePublic's. It's like their new product, quote unquote product
Okay.
that they're putting out there.
All I
So-
never heard of before is a haberdashery where you get hats made.
Oh no, this is a
I think.
dashery.
All right, cool.
Yeah,
So we have a new store.
Yeah,
but
well,
it's the same store.
it's still backed by TeePublic, and
Sure.
then it's still hellerspace.com, and it's still the same everything. It's just
Okay.
an updated storefront.
Word.
So you can check it out there. Again, that is hellerspace.com. Get all that merch. Summer's here, boys.
Mm.
And the time is right.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All kinds of tank tops, all kinds of hats, all kinds of fun stuff.
Surely
tank top.
shit.
Yep. Tank tops. Get
Yeah.
it.
Get them. Do it.
Do it. Get yourself.
We've got another special summer design coming up.
Yes, we do. We've got some
Next
more
month.
designs locked and loaded and ready to be checked out. So you can look on the socials for all those updates. But again, that's hellerspace.com. Get that merch. Okay, everything up front has been done. We've pushed product.
We have.
And we've let the people know what we're doing.
Yeah.
And we've told them to send us their experiences.
Yes, we have.
And we had a mishap at the door.
We did.
Excellent.
And
Okay.
we incorporated all of it.
We did.
Flawlessly.
Awesome. And it's under like 3 minutes. Sick. All right. Well, without further ado, Bobby, let's get started. Our first story here is coming to us from a longtime listener and supporter, Kerry Bernard.
Oh, yeah.
So, actually,
Hey, Carrie.
the link for her website is going to be in the description of this podcast. You can go check it out because it does pertain to her story. And she's an author, and she had sent Peyton and Nicole copies of her book Drained.
Peyton loved it.
Yeah, no, Nicole loved it too. So check it out, and let's see what's going on with Carrie Roberts.
Indeed. Hi, Mark. All right, I'm going to pretend I'm not hurt.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a guest on the pod.
Yeah,
According to Yahoo Mail.
Oh yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, according to Yahoo
Oh,
Mail.
well, thank you for
I'm
constantly
the forever guest.
guesting on the program.
Yeah.
Nice.
I have a listener story I would love to share, but first I wanted to say how much I enjoy the podcast. It's hilarious, insightful, and great storytelling. Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah. No,
That's so sweet.
thank you, Carrie.
If you don't mind sharing your mailing address, I'd like to send you a few books. Nice, nice,
Dude, I
nice.
love books.
Yes.
Nice.
I don't
mean,
like books, but I like books.
Books are the best. The Icelandic book, and things. So yeah, of course, we'll share our fucking address.
We already did, and she sent them.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah. Oh. So this was way back, and
This is
that's
a-
what
this is
that's
a
what
while ago,
resulted
yeah.
in Pepe and Nick
Yeah, getting
Yeah.
the book. Yeah.
receiving these excellent tomes. And so yeah, do yourself a favor and check out Carrie's works.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Anyway, here's the story. I was 8 years old, staring out my bedroom doorway as I tried to fall asleep. Oh, I remember those nights.
Oh yeah.
Long, slow nights. I could see into my younger brother's room while I was lying on my right side, but only the closet area. All right. no
That's
bueno.
Terrible angle. Worst angle.
It was too dark to make out the closet door that night. If it opened, I couldn't see it, and I didn't hear anything. From my perspective, it looked like a pair of glowing yellow eyes manifested out of the darkness. But the closet creeped me out long before the eyes appeared in front of it.
Yeah, some crazy weird eyes.
That's always just
appearing in the dark.
I know.
And if you don't see them, which unfortunately she is as a child, you're always imagining them as a child. I
Yeah.
was always seeing like imaginary red eyes in the window, in the abysmal depths of a closet, if
Yeah.
the door
Yeah.
happened to be open. And of course, I grew up in a bedroom that had no door on the closet, just a big yawning, massive closet
It's not good.
that
man.
went like far in both directions and had a fucking a roof that led into the attic that I'd never
Oh, you have
even
a
saw
like
inside.
crawl space
So
access.
yeah, so crawl space.
Oh, that's
and
where
two sides of the closet you
Yeah.
couldn't even see unless you were in the closet.
that's where the thing comes
Yeah.
down.
That's where it comes down.
Yeah, and then it jumps in.
Yeah,
Eats your little face. Sucks your soul. Kills your whole family.
I got mad empathy for the eyes.
Dude.
She's actually seeing them.
Yep.
So much worse. I call them eyes, but the occult orbs, oh, nice alliteration, by the way, had no pupils, irises, or whites. They were big, perfectly round, and their radiance wasn't like eye shine. They didn't reflect light, they emitted it, a la Mothman and a few others.
Yep.
Yet they didn't cast any into the room, like light, I'm assuming. I couldn't see anything near them, nor no body or shape blacker than the black around it. Only diffuse darkness surrounded them. But hovering as a pair about 6 feet off the floor, they seemed like eyes, especially once they started moving toward me with a slight bob. The bob's the giveaway.
Oh, well, yeah.
That's the step.
Yeah, but so it's just these weird
Like,
glowing orbs.
yeah, like parallel,
Yeah, like
6
just
feet up,
together,
Yeah.
chilling like
bobbing
that.
towards you as somebody locomoting or something toward you.
Weird.
It sounds cliched, but I froze in terror. Fawn in the tall grass frozen. Like maybe if I didn't so much as blink, they wouldn't notice me. They saw me, though. I felt like they locked right onto me. It's always that, even before Jurassic Park, the don't move, can't
Yeah.
be seen
Well,
protocols.
That's
Yeah.
the deal.
Yeah. The eyes vanished after a few seconds, and I could breathe again. Until they reappeared much closer. Fuck.
Oh no.
Right in my brother's doorway, just a few feet from mine. A real dick move. Yes, well said.
Yeah.
I threw my blanket over my head and tried yelling for my dad. My voice wouldn't rise above a whisper. I shook, screaming at myself to scream, sure something terrible would rip the blanket off me at any second. It never did. Or I repressed it into oblivion. I don't know how long I hid beneath the blankets trying to holler for help, but enough time passed that it felt hard to breathe under there. Eventually, I fell asleep, probably like self-induced carbon monoxide poisoning.
Yeah,
No,
really.
yeah.
Jeez, or just that
oxygen deprivation.
that crazy like panic exhaustion that you just get hit with, where you're like, then you just like zonk out.
Zonk out because you're a kid.
Yeah.
And you're exhausted.
You're terrified.
And you're breathing your own exhale.
Yeah.
And that's going to fucking bring you down. That's fucking terrifying.
It's gonna bring it down.
It's going to bring it down.
I mean, low key carbon monoxide poisoning.
Low key.
Low key.
Yeah. Like not kill you, but
Yeah.
not great. Of course, my parents brushed it off. Of course they did. My dad insisted that the eyes were headlights for years. Like in the closet, the floating truck.
Yeah, well, this happened to me.
She explains a little
Very
bit
much.
more.
We'll talk about that after.
All right. Interesting. Okay. They weren't, she emphasized. There was nothing but acres of woods on that side of the house, no road, and the eyes didn't light up the room or go along the wall. They moved out into space. Never mind that in the 40 plus years that my family has lived there, they never appeared again, unless physics allows lights to bounce off clouds and trees under the perfect meteorological conditions and be projected like a hologram into three-dimensional space in a dark bedroom. They weren't lights from outside the house. I like that emphasis. That makes a lot of sense to me. Neither were they from an animal. We had no pets then, and I cannot stress enough how little the glow looked like eye shine. The only mundane physical explanation would be if someone was in there with dual-side clipped headlamps. That would be a whole other kind of scary story.
Like a hobo with bike reflectors.
I mean, you can't rule it out. You never can rule it out.
No, there you go.
Admittedly, the simplest explanation is that I dreamed the whole thing. And I don't blame the folks who will dismiss my account as a nightmare. For me, that's off the table. This experience is one of the most vivid of my childhood memories. I can still feel the blanket over my head and the raspy whispers in my throat that refuse to become screams. Nightmares don't affect you for the rest of your life. It fucked me up, to be honest. I was wide awake when I saw the yellow eyes and stayed that way for a long while afterward. There was nothing hazy or confusing about it. I even wrote about them at school the next day. I still have the original count in one of those little blue school journals. That must be interesting. If you're interested... Oh, no, what were you going to say?
We're going to have a link. She's a blog post. Well, just
Okay.
read. I don't want to jump ahead too far.
All right. If you're interested, I recently wrote a more detailed blog post about the yellow eyes. It explains more about the house and the closet, and I included some pictures. Clearly, this isn't a story I'm shy about telling, but I'd love to hear the Cryptonaut take on it someday. Well, this day is today.
And now, in the blog post, she does actually have the picture of the entry that she wrote. It's June 6, 1992. One night in bed, I look out the door. I saw two red...
Mark needs glasses.
Yeah, red,
Everybody.
yellow eyes. They disappeared and reappeared only in a different spot. I was... Well, this is writing my kid, too. I was sad. I rose my eyes in rise of the night. I closed my eyes the rest of the night. There's a graphic here.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
actually, I'm trying to translate her. She's reading it as a child.
I understand.
So,
I
yeah.
understand.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, never take credit for your faulty eyes.
Yeah.
Rule 1.
You fucking try reading this.
I'm
the
just fucking
scribbles of a
dude.
child.
I all the time am reading people's shit. I know. She became
Carrie,
a
you were-
wonderful writer.
Yeah, and Carrie, you were a
Yeah.
child when you wrote this. They're right. I can't see. My eyes.
Yeah,
are-
well, yeah, that part's true.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
glowing
you
eyes in
cannot
your
see.
room are
Finally.
not my eyes. Maybe. Oh wait, the eyes in her closet. Perhaps the
ghost of your
my
eyes?
going back into the past.
The ghost of your future eyes that you need,
yes,
that you're not gonna get?
exactly. Yeah, there it is.
the ghost of regret,
Oh
Wow.
yeah, the ghost of LASIK
ghost of
surgery.
ocular regret.
I do this thing where I start using my phone to zoom in on shit that I can't see. It's pretty sick,
dude.
So
Glasses.
interesting thing here though is when she talks about the situation where it's not headlights.
Right.
Yeah.
So
what is intriguing to me, and she put it so succinctly, like unless there is a crazy meteorological phenomenon wherein it can hologram bounce off of 3 clouds, a tree, and
Right.
a fucking gnome's ass in the front lawn, there's no way it could just hover there in midair. But I'd be curious, like where a window would be in approximate relation to the closet.
That's what I was thinking too.
Do the photographs reveal anything about that, Mark?
No, but she did mention that side of the house was just like all woods.
Right.
So I don't believe that there was anything coming through. Like there was no way for the light to get into.
So the window
room.
could have not been like what I'm curious about is whether or not, say, a closet and the window were on the same wall.
Right.
As weird as that sounds, but that doesn't change anything. She knows by virtue of living in this house and looking at the same site probably night after night where the closet is in relation to her brother's room, even in the pitch blackness, because as a kid, you have to map that shit out. You know where it is. So if she says that it seemed to be emerging from a closet, I'm going to take that at face value. And plus, there's no fucking roads back there, as aforementioned.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
And what struck me about this is that at first you think it's a creature. Sure. You're like, oh, there's two glowing, but to me, now that after, you kind of dissect it a little bit, it's just two glowing orbs. Not necessarily eyes.
What this triggers in me is a memory of the El Zeta anomalies. If you recall that among the spider monkey and the faceless dwarves and their firework catastrophe, there was also a pair of glowing golden eyes in a car that were looking at the couple.
Interesting.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's right.
And it seemed like it was like the whole figure was invisible save for its eyes.
Right.
That were interacting in a way that these things seem to be doing, as if it's just the eyes that are visible and everything else about it is invisible, or in this case, potentially swathed in darkness.
Interesting.
So
there is
precedent.
I was going right for like just
like a will-o'-the-wisp,
like just two orbs
or like
floating.
All right, so that's
but then they started bobbing. And she said they were getting closer, so I'm assuming they got a little bigger.
It's like a gate, like the gate of an animal.
And to me, that was
human.
them like moving forward, like just floating.
But that doesn't mean, because again,
interesting. We have two different takes.
Yeah, but why bob? Why not just?
I don't know. Maybe it's how they move in a weird kind of way like that.
All right.
Whoa. The $10 people can see this.
Oh my God. Mark Spector
ghost moves. I'm doing ghost moves.
I'm doing ghost.
Christ. All right. So when you see will-o'-the-wisps or things like that depicted in movies, they're almost always bobbing and weaving. Like recently when we watched Cemetery Man.
That's what I was thinking of. That's my reference for will-o'-the-wisps.
With our Discord buddies.
Yeah. But that's still more erratic than constant.
But there's pairs of them. That's why I still think it's probably attached to something.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that theory though too.
But orbs are all the rage now. Like orbs have always been all the rage, and anytime anyone has ever been within fucking 700 fucking miles of a haunted ranch, orb stories ahoy.
Right.
And now they're becoming even more prevalent in the newest iteration of disclosure.
Although hers seem to me more. Well, no, I guess I don't really have a point of reference, because I guess like the Skinwalker Ranch orbs, but they seem to be more like UAP related, sort of.
Sure, some are the size of basketballs.
I mean, these things just came out of the closet.
These are eye-sized things about 6 feet up.
Yeah,
moving as if they're attached to something walking. To me, it walks like a duck, shits like a duck.
Right?
Yeah,
it ain't a bobcat. So
not a 6-foot bobcat man.
Closet. All right, can't rule that out. Cats have glowy type eyes.
I do like how she refers to them as occult orbs.
Yeah, that's nice.
That
really was a little
cool
chef's kiss of alliteration there. Well done.
I do like that.
Yeah. So I mean, is this house have a history of haunting?
She doesn't really get into any of that.
So you read the actual blog post?
Yeah, no. In the blog post, she just talks about a couple of random things that had happened there. Like she says, 21 years after moving out, the old farmhouse still feels like home. My family and I have had a few other creepy experiences there, and I've had times when I've gotten some bad vibes, but I don't feel like the place is haunted.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah,
that's interesting. No context for a haunting.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that the buzzword of the paranormal moment is probably liminal space, but buzzwords. But I mean, the closet is literally a liminal space that is used to fuel nightmares, and either nightmarish things come out when you're a kid, especially with an active imagination or just very perceptive, or you infuse hellish things in there to scare you when they do come out.
Right.
So it could be a symbiotic type thing. Like,
Could be.
I especially think creative kids, of whom I, among whom I count myself, I suppose, when I was young, there's like, I really believed there were fucking nightmarish apparitions in my room when I was young. I've told you guys before about the
overactive imagination.
The baby
like,
with the arms and legs ripped off and the spider legs coming out of its rib cage with the one giant telltale heart eye and like metallic gnashing teeth that would like scuttle around in the corner of my fucking bedroom ad infinitum throughout my elementary fucking school years. And I knew it wasn't there, but I also knew it was fucking there.
No,
I just want to go back in time and give little Bobby a hug.
Yeah.
Be like, buddy, it's going to be okay.
He was afraid of a lot of things.
Yeah.
It's funny, when I finally saw Toy Story years
That's what
later,
I was thinking of, yeah.
Like, I was like, holy fuck, I wondered if it was more of a universal trope, though I've never seen it explicated elsewhere in paranormal lore.
Yeah, no.
But what I'm saying is, I think, like, maybe things that are sentient, maybe things that are not even necessarily evil, will feed off the creative energies of especially young people. Because it's just like gushing on, you tap it when you're older and you try to use it in a way that it's both, I guess, useful of your time and profitable or whatever you try to do. But as a kid, you're just creatively shooting everywhere. Everyone is, as children. And maybe there are some sentient things that harness that, and they might not be explicitly evil or not necessarily explicitly good, but that they manifest in ways that to a childish imagination are horrifying.
Actually, she has an interesting paragraph here that we're going to wrap her account up with. It's called What Kind of Something? In childhood, the yellow eyes unequivocally belonged to a ghost at the time. I doubt I had the context for anything else. Demons were red devils with pitchforks, aliens were on the front cover of Whitley Strieber's Communion, and cryptids were Bigfoot and Nessie. I've since changed my mind. If a ghost is the spirit of a dead person or a cosmic playback, I don't think that's what this was.
That's interesting.
This is an interesting little comment there on that. So yeah, man, I mean, I think she nailed it with a cult orb. Like, you guys are going for the eyeballs. I was going for like the weird glowing orb things. Like, whatever this phenomena is, it's kind of odd that it never showed itself again. Like, it was like a one and done.
Right.
Like, it just kind of popped in, popped out like that. But like you said, I mean, if this is something that is just showing itself to her.
Right.
If this is something that just some experience that just she's having, even if it's like a psychic thing, you know?
Yeah.
I know I don't want to get too
But
crazy
also look
with
why out
aliens.
the brother's room, though. Like, it never made it out of his
Right.
room.
Yeah, no.
It just kind of went to the doorway.
There, yeah.
And then it...
That's weird.
Like, why didn't she be in her room? Like,
it's so true. No, I mean, it's really interesting. Like, what was the brother's part in this? Wittingly or more likely than not unwittingly.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean,
and that's the other thing too. Like, there's so many, it's a trope in paranormal lore. Obviously, we cited the Mothman just a few minutes ago, but of eyes that aren't eye shining, but self-illuminated.
Yep.
Something that I guess, with the exception of a few bioluminescent species and a few other things, like, I don't think glowing eyes is a common thing.
Nah, man.
No, certainly not in higher orders of animals.
No, it's all, dude. It's all
and
phantasmagorical.
land-based animals. Yeah. It seems like you get, the big feats with it. You get
occasionally.
Did the Dover demon have glowing eyes or reflective eyes? I can't really remember.
I want to say
now.
reflective. I don't think it was glowing.
But there's plenty that have glowing eyes.
Yeah, for sure.
Why? And what does it mean? And is it just like where they're coming from? Is it like the different rules of physics from the, their side of the veil? Or is it like how they interact with, our environment that makes it seem, so exquisitely paranatural?
It's how they,
who the fuck knows?
It's how they hunt us.
It's how they hunt us.
Yeah.
You can't take ultra terrestrials off the table either. What did this thing do more than anything else? It induced fear.
That's,
I mean, maybe it was just like
what I was going to go
like a
towards,
dark version of Monsters Incorporated.
Right.
Maybe these unfathomable entities can like pop in and out through these, liminal spaces of closets. And if it's just hungry and it's peckish and needs a bite real quick, shows up, sees a little girl looks back, gets closer and closer, doesn't breach the threshold of the room. She gets terrified, throws some blanket over her head, eventually suffocates herself.
Yeah,
to sleep.
seriously. God, it sucks.
And this thing is
bummer.
this thing is basically stopping at the throughway for a bite to eat while it's continuing on his merry fucking way.
Goddamn ultra-terrestrial sucking off of our fear, Robert. Carrie, thank you so much for sending that story in. The link for Carrie's website is going to be in the description of this podcast. Check her out. Check out her books. She is awesome. Longtime listener, longtime supporter.
Yeah, phenomenal.
Thank you, Carrie. We appreciate it. Moving on, Robert, to the next account from a listener. Simply, Sean.
Wow. Hi, all. Longtime listener, first time writing in. Oh, I always feel like you're a cool radio host when you hear that. Yeah.
Long time, first time.
Yeah, long time, first time. I was listening to Evil Science and Magic Buddies, episode 308, Revenge of the Puppet People, and I have had a similar experience to the Yoda sighting. Oh, that was interesting. When I was around 8 or 9, 1991 to 1992, are we finding a theme here, Mark? When Mark picks stories, there's always a theme, and I'm always overarching. I'm always reaching deeper.
Yeah. I didn't know that. That just popped in my mind. I just made that connection with the 92.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll discover the theme.
Beds.
You're close. You're not. You're really close.
Chris is always closer than me.
Yeah.
What do you do in beds?
Yeah.
What do you do in beds?
Sleep?
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Chris is so disappointed.
No, why? How am I disappointed?
Oh my God, it's hilarious.
Smiling the whole time.
Yeah, it's so funny.
I was nestled in bed, getting ready to fall asleep.
Oh shit.
I typically slept with the covers pulled all the way up over my head. Yes, it was hot, but blankets block monsters. I agree, and I do know.
Rules.
I can't sleep with a blanket over my head, but you know what I do a lot? I'm doing it more often is if I have like a hoodie on or something, I put the hoodie all the way up and then I jam my head down and I have like a little thing.
How is that any different?
I don't know. I can.
That seems like it's more of a pain in the ass.
No, I can sleep like that. Like
Wait, are your eyes exposed? Is that what?
Sometimes
you need to be able to see?
Sometimes a little bit. Yeah, sometimes.
Oh, so sometimes you're completely closed off.
But I'm sitting up. I'm not laying down. I'm always sitting up when I do this. Like I'll be like in a chair, like in the living room, and I get my hoodie and I throw the whole thing over my head and put my thing on. I hide and got like a little thing. Yeah, I look like, like I'm in Dune.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know, but for some reason I can't put the blanket over my head. But I can do that. It's weird.
I mean, you can put the blanket over your head.
I can't sleep.
Choose
like
not
that,
to. That's fair.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't breathe in that shit.
Cocoon.
All right.
Maybe I'm cocoon based. Yeah.
It could be.
Could be.
I'm going to metamorphosize into a beautiful butterfly.
Oh, my.
A paranormal podcasting
Who wears
butterfly.
glasses?
No.
One can hope.
That's how I heal my eyes.
Oh.
Yeah. It's my
Well,
healing,
if it works.
Oh,
it's
that
my
makes
healing
sense.
method.
May I? Thanks.
Please.
Jesus Christ. All right.
Oh, God. We're all coughing.
On this night, I was just too hot and had pushed the covers down. I remember rolling onto my back and looking out of my bedroom door and into the hallway. I saw a small, shadowy silhouette slowly walking into my room. No bueno. That's my addition there. It was dark, but the figure had distinctive pointed ears protruding from the side of its head. I thought to myself, that's Yoda. I'm a huge Star Wars fan and have always been so. You'd think Yoda coming to visit would have been tits to a child like me. It was not tits. And that is phenomenal writing for the record.
It was indeed not tits.
Yes, truly.
In fact, it was anti-tits.
For no discernible reason, I was overcome with terror. A dread so complete, I haven't ever encountered it in all of my years since. So what's interesting about this is our bodies seem to instinctively react to things in a way that behooves our survival.
Yeah.
And that seems to be evidence of like a latent psychic ability. But when these things try to adapt a likeness, like the Muppets, because they reference the Puppet People, Revenge of the Puppet People,
right.
like the Count Von Count, or
Yep.
other things that might be comforting to a child, the gut instinct of most of these eyewitnesses is still to be like, fuck no. I might love this thing, and I might
Right.
like the idea of running into the prop or something would delight me, but right now I'm horrified by it because it seems like we have an internal alarm system when it comes to truly, nefarious fucking
Well,
things.
not like we like Chewbacca, but if Chewbacca was real and you just fucking walked in here, you'd all shit your pants and never sleep again.
I mean, fair.
That's true.
Like if a Wookiee walked in, you'd
Yeah,
just be like,
that is true.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
I've
out.
seen plenty of cosplay Wookiees, and I never got that feeling. But if you can tell if that shit's real, you're like,
Well,
oh,
'cause
fuck.
in the cosplay context, you're
Exactly.
expecting a Wookiee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Not in your bedroom. All right. So it's all very fair. I immediately pulled the covers back over my head, but could hear light shuffling as whatever the thing actually was came closer and closer until it would have been right next to me. I felt what I thought was some light prodding of the covers and attempted to scream for my mom and dad, but was too scared to make a sound. I mean, are you sure you're not working on a theme here, bro? This is fucking thematic. Just want to give you credit. I know better.
I had Carrie's story actually got a long time ago, and I had that saved. And then I had another story come in.
Well, you sit on shit until the algorithm pops in your head.
Exactly. And this so happens this week, the algorithm popped.
All right. Great.
So, yeah.
That's great.
Yep.
Okay. Too scared to make a sound. Eventually, I fell asleep with nothing further, to my knowledge, happening. I told my parents in the morning about the experience and was, of course, met with, it was a dream or a nightmare. But it was not. Nor was it the whimsy of a child. Mark reference. I have no idea to this day of what I encountered or what this enigmatic entity truly was. I wasn't drunk or high since I was but a wee lad, and I had no diabetes. All the deep cuts.
Yeah, there you go.
Thank you.
Yep.
I suppose it could have been Satan and potentially a blimp, but I still don't have a concrete answer. Hearing the other listener story reminded me of my own encounter. Thanks for reading. Sean.
The only thing I want to say about this, though, right, is that the only Yoda thing he gets is the ears.
The ears.
So he's got the ears coming out.
Yeah.
That's like the point of reference for Yoda for him is the ears.
Yeah.
So, not saying it's not Yoda.
Right.
But.
I mean, classic Goblin.
Could be classic Goblin. But then again, from a kid's perspective, if that's what you saw, you'd be like, oh, shit, that's for sure Yoda.
Right.
And
well, yeah.
we do have precedent. Another listener, actually Michaela, that was back in episode 21, the one that he referenced here, the puppet people.
Yes.
Yes. So Michaela had the same thing happen where a creature sort of disguised as Yoda or a Yoda-type creature came into her room. And remember, like, screamed at her? And if you remember, Michaela is the daughter of Nicole.
Who was the Count Von Count?
Yes, the original Count Von Count experience.
Oh, man.
Yes. So... And that's in Listener Stories Part 10 and Part 17. You can check those out. And of course,
fascinating.
The last Yoda story was from Michaela. That was Part 21, Episode 308. So are we dealing with this thing like manifesting in a way that it's taking on the persona of Yoda? Where it's trying to, like, you know, ingratiate itself to this kid? Because if that's the case, it missed the fucking mark, apparently, because it didn't go, sleep you will, hello. Like, it didn't do any of that.
That would have made it better.
I mean, at least you
were hiding from terror and you're all listening.
Like, at least you're like, all right, I fucking...
Sleep you will not.
Soul, I will take
ever again.
Uncanny.
Our Yodas are fucking spot on.
I mean,
right?
I'm loving them.
You got a Yoda?
No.
Come on.
You know I don't do impressions.
Try you will.
No.
Damn it, really?
I will. Try, I will.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Rob won't play along.
Maybe I can't do a fucking Yoda.
I know. I don't like being forced into impressions either.
We'll keep going. Maybe he'll throw one out.
Hey, it's Yoda here.
Hey, it's me fucking
Big Lou,
Yoda.
everything's
I'm
Big Lou.
walking here.
Yeah, everything's Big Lou. So is this something... So
all right, so
could be something disguised.
There's probably A, B, C, and fucking D and on and on, but it is what you're suggesting,
right?
Something that is trying to co-opt this child's confidence and security by ingratiating itself, like you were saying, by becoming a beloved character, and yet it's missing its mark by a mile because the kid's instincts are to say, Sean's instincts are to be like, fuck you, that's not it, or this is the actual physical form, which is very reminiscent of both medieval demons.
Yes, that's
imps,
what I was going to go to.
Goblins, maybe to a lesser degree trolls. I don't know.
Yeah, these things just so happen.
But it's all Brian Froud paintings come to life.
Yeah, these things just so happen to look like Yoda.
Yeah,
and so kids
because
like,
Yoda is
shit.
predicated on legendary creatures.
Yes,
so this might be his frame of reference because he's 8 or 9 or whatever, and loves Star Wars. But it does not mean that this just isn't its natural appearance, and that it's a natural appearance that has been reflected through the centuries, if not millennia, by members of fairy society.
Yeah.
So it is its natural form, and it's not necessarily nefarious, but because it's so foreign looking, it inspires fear, or it is not its natural form and it is doing its best to engender trust, but Sean's instincts are fucking telling him no fucking way.
I mean, it could have at least brought some Star Wars toys, like toys I have for you, like something,
But that's instant stranger danger. Like,
yeah, if Yoda,
kids by this time,
if Yoda appears in your room and he's
I don't know, man.
Death Star playset, and you're like, oh shit, you got the Death Star playset. Is IG-88 there too? Fucking sick.
That's how you get gone.
Dude, if he brings you the fucking whole, the whole bounty hunter setup, and you're like, oh fuck, dude, everyone's here, fucking boss, Dengar.
I'm not saying I wouldn't be fucked.
Zuckuss. Yeah, Zuckuss.
Oh, the Zuckuss.
Zuckuss fucking rules.
Frank
dude.
Zuckuss.
Dude, Frank
Zuckuss.
Zuckuss. But like you were just discussing though, I think what I was gonna as well, kind of the path I was going down that you chose there was that these things just so happen to look like Yoda, which sucks.
Sure.
Because all of our context, you would see a thing and be like, oh dude, sick, it's Yoda, and then you're like, oh god, and things fucking biting you and shit.
There's a fine line too between the age where you
it's
see
fucking worse, dude.
The age where you see a fictional character and you're like, oh my gosh, that's amazing, and the age where you see a fictional character and you're like, what the fuck? I'm going to kick it. I'm going to kick it to hell. I'm going to keep kicking it until it stays there.
Yeah.
Like, and that's not that, like, it might even be the difference between, for some kids it might be 8, for some kids it might be 10, for some kids it might be like 6. Like, I fucking know that shit ain't real, and fuck you for being real.
Fucking dark.
Fuck you so hard.
Yeah. I mean, I would do that right now.
Yeah, well, as adults,
Yeah.
we're all going to err on the side of what the fuck are you?
Right.
But like I say, as a kid, like, you have to be very young to see Big Bird walk into your room and be happy about it. Like 3 or 4, maybe 5.
I mean, we all have had, like, you see some shit on TV, you love it.
Sure.
And you see the footage of the kid, sees the Easter, but maybe the kid loves the Easter Bunny. He sees the Easter Bunny, shits his pants. Fucking, you love, kids love all the Disney shit, and then they go to fucking Disney shit, and they're like, oh, look, there's fucking whatever, and they're like, and they book.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, that's the deal.
Yeah, real life iterations of things you love in fiction are not always great.
Yeah.
I got to hang out with Gaston. He was kind of cool.
The prick from fucking Beauty and the Beast.
He was really nice, actually.
I actually love that song.
Yeah, no, he was cool at Disney.
Yeah. I mean, I'm in real life, I'm sure he's not.
I got excited about, like, Mickey. I was like, oh my gosh, Mickey Mouse. and as I'm wearing my Misfits t-shirt and I'm fucking with my daughter.
Did you get a picture?
Dude, yeah, I think somewhere there's a picture of me and Mickey. Yeah, I think
you,
it's
Mickey, Misfits? I love it.
Me, Mickey, and Minnie. I'm pretty sure that there's got to be a picture with us somewhere. Oh, and then I got to meet all the Disney princesses. All of them, yeah, because my Evelyn went through the whole like Disney princess thing, and I was with her, and it was fucking sick.
Nice.
I was like, yo, it's Rapunzel.
There was like a whole meetup thing you signed up for?
Yeah, it was a whole thing. And then I had to keep reminding myself, like, this is Disney characters. These are not real. I can't start asking them questions about the movie. Like, remember that time?
No, I'm
when
sure.
you escaped the tower?
I'm trained for that.
They got to be well versed.
I'm an adult.
I mean, they're struggling.
I'm not a child.
They're struggling
I'm not a
actors.
child.
Making do, but they're going to study their fucking character.
Yeah.
True. Very true.
You don't want some kid to put you in a pinch and you don't know what's going on.
Did I see Yoda there? See, when I went, Star Wars World wasn't like opened yet. I saw Kylo Ren.
Yeah, no, me either. So
I saw Kylo Ren and I saw some Stormtroopers.
There was
I saw
none of
Boba
that.
Fett and I got all fucking, I'm like, oh, it's Boba Fett.
Sure.
And it wasn't that long ago. I'm not too, proud.
It's Boba Fett.
I know. I was like, oh, fucking
You never
excited.
are too old for Boba Fett
I
excitement.
want to get a picture. But he was like leading the parade and he couldn't didn't have time for me to go get a picture with him, and I was kind of fucking bummed. I was like, I want to get a picture of Boba Fett. God damn it. That's bitch.
That's fair, buddy.
Yeah.
The dumbest move that they, I know not to digress, but like, because they have like the cantina, right? But like you have a limit. You have like, you can be there for like 40 seconds. You get like 1 blue milk and you gotta get the fuck out.
Really?
Yeah. Like,
that sucks.
The dumbest thing, like, this should be a franchise.
Oh, 100%.
How there should be fucking cantinas.
Yeah.
Like I said, I want to see a fucking wolf in the corner. I want to see some fucked up thing over there. Like, they should be everywhere. Like, I feel like that shit would be full. It'd be like more harder to get into the dinosaur barbecue on a Saturday.
Yeah. See, I when I was there, that part wasn't open. It was still under construction. So I got to see like part of it, but I didn't actually get to go experience
No,
it.
I just heard like because my sister said that. It's like it's in and out. Like,
really?
You get time for
I
one drink.
want to like
you can't
sit
just
down.
hang.
Is there beers there?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I want to crush beers all day in the
But there's-
canteen.
yeah,
I want
that's
to
what
get
I'm
get
saying.
hammered and fight the droid. Be like, fucking piece of shit, and start fucking fighting the droid.
It would be crazy to get drunk in a place that
Insane.
is half filled with cosplayers.
Oh, it'd be so much. Well, we've gotten drunk at cons though.
I didn't say that it wouldn't be awesome. I just said it would be crazy because we don't often, get drunk with cosplayers.
How you're just like 5 people
Right.
to kind of just be.
Yeah, the standard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, Hammerhead could be a prop.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The ones that are clearly
right.
non-humanoid.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway.
We have definitely gone too far down this path.
No, we for sure have. So yeah, man, fucking crazy encounter. Weird too that's the second like Yoda, quote unquote Yoda story that we've gotten. So
I'm sitting on a pile. Like eventually we will have to go back to it. Of more Muppet stories, and not just Muppets, but like other fictional characters.
Like Ultraman. Remember, there's an Ultraman one. Yeah,
definitely. There's an Ultraman one. Which is I think like a gray in disguise or some crazy shit.
It's fucking.
But yeah, no, there's more to this, and it's worth exploring further. But we'll get to that eventually.
Oh, and to tie it back to Carrie's too, we always, the old ultra-terrestrial.
So you can't rule out because it's feeding on fear. And what does it do? It freaks you out. You cover your head. You don't let yourself out until you basically pass out, which really does mean maybe it's just the belief that the blanket can protect you or the hope. Right. But there is something about that really seems to offer legitimate protection against paranatural assailants. Like legit.
I mean,
and then both of them woke up to have their parents not believe in them. Like the analogies between these two cases are in extremis.
I'm glad I found them.
And you did so good by putting it together. But honestly, the idea of the protection blanket, as much as that's like a silly trope now, it's so universal. I mean, and it seems to actually fucking work.
Maybe it's something where like you're not giving it power, like you're actively rejecting it,
like the end of It.
Yes, yeah. Which
if it's trying to feed off your fear, but somewhere in your brain you think the blanket's going to work, then I feel like the blanket's going to work.
Yeah.
Right?
It's like the power of positive, the power of positive mental attitude.
Yeah, PMA,
there you go.
Sure.
PMA.
You're just like, PMA, dog.
PMA.
Bad brains talked about it. You can't get me because I'm positive. I'm scared to fucking shit. But still.
Oh, is PMA the real? Is that the sub theme? Is that the true theme?
Positive mental attitude.
Yeah.
I mean, could be.
Just take
sure,
the
why
win.
Not?
Take
Hell
the
yeah.
win, fucker.
Hell yeah. Take the win, fucker.
All right.
Oh, man.
All right,
moving
on here to our very last story, coming to a good buddy of mine, actually, and a listener and supporter, Thad Jackson. I've known Thad since, I want to say, I think he actually middle school, maybe.
Wow.
Middle school, I remember meeting him literally, he was a kid.
Right on.
So good dude. Fucking what up, Thad? And yeah, he's got a really, really interesting situation that happened to him.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
I can't wait to see how this fits in. I'm very excited. All right, boys. This is a shit show. I love that.
That's awesome.
I can't type, but every time you dudes mention listener tales, I want to share this. So feel free to use and enjoy a truly fucking incredible experience in my life. Your homie, Thad.
Hell yeah, Thad.
Thank you, Thad.
Okay.
In May of 2006, I signed a year lease on an apartment with my then girlfriend and dog. It was located in Camillus, New York, just across from the library. I know exactly that area.
Yep, I just was there last week.
The place was the second floor of a garage and had nothing below. Made up of one bedroom, a bathroom, and a kitchen/living space that was separated by just a corner wall. At the time, we didn't have much, so we stayed at her parents' house for a week while we pieced together furniture for the place. We stopped in periodically to drop things off or snag a shower before work. It wasn't until after this whole event that I've made connections to minor occurrences during that week. So some serendipity maybe about to show its head. For example, on 2 occasions, I rounded the corner to the kitchen and found all 8 to 10 cabinets wide open. Classic poltergeist action. I just figured it was my ex not shutting them. Then there was the intense sulfur smells that would hit you like a punch to the face while randomly walking through the rooms. Oh boy.
Yeah, red fucking flag.
Oh yeah, flags ahoy.
Or like a random fart where you're like, all right, who farted? Like, fuck.
But then it's very specific, like who ate like 8 pounds of egg salad.
Right. Yeah, I mean, if it's a little smell, it's different than if it's like almost shocks you when then you're looking like what the fuck is going on? Like
a portal to hell, perhaps.
Or smelling salt.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
There's a few things. The last thing was simple warm water would not work for her in the shower, but would for me every time. What kind of intelligent thing wants to make sure
that she gets a cold shower and you get a hot shower? Interesting. Okay.
So weird.
No warm water for you. Fucking turns it off on her.
I mean,
damn.
spiteful?
I mean, see.
Well,
done wrong by a girl in life?
Well,
perhaps?
Yeah.
We'll see.
Okay. Oh, so there's more?
Some shit happens.
Okay. Finally, we get to our first night sleeping there after a week of back and forth. A super bland, regular-ass night, and then we go to bed. At about 3 a.m., she wakes me up frantically shaking me. She whispers to me that something was pulling on her hair and trying to move her. I calmed her down and explained that maybe I was moving around in my sleep. She fell back asleep, but even though I tried making light of it, I was fucking terrified. Understandable. I laid next to her, listening to the noise from our shitty AC unit in the window, trying to forget about it. And that's when it went to shit. The noise from the AC seemed to get closer to me. It actually moved from across the room to being right inside my ear and started to sound like voices.
Oh, shit.
Then I felt two very large hands press into my chest and hold me firmly down into the bed. The voice then became audible and said, "I am going to kill you." I was absolutely paralyzed. I tried to think logically. I must be asleep. So I did this thing where I told myself, I'll count to 3 and sit up to wake myself up. And I did. 1, 2, 3. I sat up as fast as I could, and the weight and noise vanished, and immediately the wall at the head of our bed started slamming as if the hands were hitting it. 6 times to be exact. My ex sprung up, the dog jumped up, and barked uncontrollably at the wall. "See, I fucking told you," my ex yelled at me. Of course she did. Of course. We grabbed our car keys and left back to her parents immediately.
Yeah, dude, at that point, like, fuck. You're like, well, this apparition, this entity has made its intentions known.
Yeah.
And I temporarily escaped this shit, and then it's fucking banging on the wall, and you're like, and even the dog is like, this is fucked.
Yeah. So it starts with the girlfriend.
Yeah.
The pulling, moving the hair.
Yeah. I thought it was going to did not stay there.
No, it did went right to Thad.
Then,
it just fucking
sounds,
jumped on
attack, literally threats to murder.
Yeah, seriously.
And then he pops up, manages to, I don't know, like if it's anything, assuming it is a ghost, and that's a big assumption. If it's anything like the protocol set forth in the Patrick Swayze iconic film of the same name, Ghost.
Oh, Ghost, yes.
Then that means you have to use a tremendous amount of psychic energy if you're amongst the retained dead. I don't know what you'd call the spirits left behind. You have to use apparently a ton of energy just to move the smallest of objects or whatever.
Right.
So I can see where him suddenly sitting up in bed would be enough for even a powerful ghost using these very cinematic rules, which I don't even know of any precedence in reality.
Right.
I can see where that could like discombobble it enough to fucking get it done, but you can't rely on it not regathering strength instantly.
Just hearing that in your head, "I'm going to kill you."
Well, but the sound of the AC, and we've all heard like a background sound of an AC, and sometimes it's so annoyingly loud you can't sleep, and sometimes it's a gentle hum in the background that you can't sleep without, and then sometimes it gets louder, but to have it get incessantly louder and then transform inexplicably
into a voice,
into a human voice,
and immediately hands on your chest, the
whole thing sounded like a sleep paralysis until the bed.
Yeah.
Like we've all probably had a weird, like when you're starting to wake up, noises get weird.
Oh yeah.
Like they're hyper compressed and then they spread out.
Yep.
Into the norm, but like the wall.
No, I know.
Yeah, man. And then the bang.
Like it's rare to have like a
wall.
dual. Like I didn't expect it to be like both. I mean that makes things really like.
Well, I mean that's corroboration.
Yeah.
Pure
for sure.
It's just like if you're both in the bed, and it's just and the dog's like, and you're like,
the dog's, and then the girlfriend's like, "See, fucking told you so, Thad." What the fuck?
Which is a fair.
That is definitely.
By the way,
and I told you so situation.
It's a fair reaction. 100% justified.
She's got you dead to rights every time. There,
yeah,
for sure.
So of course now we've discovered the true theme, and you hinted it earlier: beds.
Sleeping in beds.
Sleeping in beds.
Yeah, there you
All
go.
right. We told our parents we weren't going to return to that place, and they insisted we have a priest bless it and go back. We did. And we kind of did. We decided to go back one night, seeing how we had a year lease. We set up to sleep in the living room. Throughout the night, I'd wake up to the TV being on, then off, then again and again. And she said she never touched it. So weird. But nothing compared to before. Still, we decided to say, fuck that place.
I mean, I say it right there, Thad, that's fucking crazy bravery, just even going back. I would not step fucking foot in that house ever again.
Did they get the priest, I wonder, to go in there?
I mean, if the priest blessed it, they must have gotten him to go in there. Then
I guess so.
But still, I wouldn't. There's no goddamn way. I wouldn't even drive past this place.
Yeah, I would be like, I would expect to see glowing eyes in the window.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I would make wide berths around this. Absolutely. Certainly wouldn't go back. But there is a certain disclosure element in paranormal real estate law, I think, in New York.
Well,
or am I wrong? Does it not apply to apartments or just houses you buy?
This last paragraph kind of wraps that up for us.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting.
All right. I had the job of calling the landlord to inform him that we wouldn't be staying and we'd be bailing on the lease 2 weeks in. I told him if he needed to take me to court, I understood, but I just couldn't live there. He asked if I could explain, and reluctantly I did. And that's when he replied with, okay, I understand. I won't take you to court. The lady that lived there before you only made it a few days and left also.
Oh, shit, dude. Even the landlord knows the place is fucked.
Yeah. And, he's not going to hold you to it.
No, he's like, I get it, dude. I wouldn't want to live there either. I mean, this poor... First of all, imagine being the landlord. Like, you kind of got to tell them, like, hey, well, I mean, I guess you don't have to, but you should.
You should. You probably, I don't know when it comes to renting paranormal places. Like, if selling an allegedly haunted house, I think you do have to tell, but I'm not entirely sure, and I'm not sure which states that applies to. Because where I saw this was an old episode of In Search of. So this
really?
Is like a half-century caveat.
Isn't there a house in Elbridge, too, that allegedly keeps getting sold and that people keep selling it because... I have to do some digging on this. It might be a Patreon.
That would be interesting.
There is a house in Elbridge, I'm pretty sure, that keeps getting sold because of paranormal activity.
Oh,
multiple people have turned it over.
Well, see, at this point, in like today's society... in a post like Ghost Hunters International and all that bullshit and long.
It's huge. I mean, people will be like,
you could sell it to paranormal investigators.
Zach Baggins comes in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You get a big spender like the Baggins or somebody else, and they fucking invest in the place.
Yeah.
Like now, you can use it as a selling point to a certain segment of the population, not the workaday motherfuckers that just want to live there.
Yeah, I got shit to do, man.
Yeah, you can have time for that.
Yeah, I gotta sleep, man.
Yeah,
I don't need shaking beds.
Yeah, I don't want fucking weird demons and shit.
Oh no, do I want threats to my life?
Yeah, goat heads, yeah.
All right.
Goat heads.
Crazy fucking goat heads.
Beat.
So yeah, it's nice that the dude though was like, yeah, I'm not gonna take it to court. Totally get it.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna put this back on Craigslist. If you know anyone looking for a place, fucking, come check it out.
I would be at this point getting them both together, getting the experiences, and doing whatever the fuck I could.
Yeah.
To solve the problem so I can get money for the fucking apartment.
Yeah, as a landlord, what steps do you take? You got to figure something out. You can't have this.
Also, you got to
be
smart about it. I mean, the Lutzes turned their fucking 28-day stay at the Long Island home in Amityville into a fucking best-selling book.
Yeah, that's true.
And a best-selling, or whatever you call it, blockbuster movie franchise. Think about writing about it. Think about studying it. Also, I can't help but to feel, because they were never alone when this shit happened, Thad and his ex-girlfriend. Can you imagine that poor woman that was evidently living there alone before? Like, it's one thing when you got someone there and you're still scared shitless, but
but when you're there alone, you're like, fuck.
Yeah.
Like, that's a whole new level.
And you're being held down, presumably, and threatened. And it's like,
who knows what the lady experienced? It might have been completely different.
You're right.
Horrors.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's scary, dude.
Yeah, well, I would definitely, if I were the landlord, I would start collecting the stories.
Yeah, get the information at least.
Yeah, or, I mean, if you own the property, look into it and figure out, like, what the fuck happened. There's got to be some kind of history there. If this,
sure.
I mean, I don't think this thing is all of a sudden, I don't know shit about ghosts, clearly, but if this thing is all of a sudden fucking appears out of nowhere, like, there's got to be a precedence for it. Something must have happened.
Yeah, and it always seems like bitter old pricks who are just unhappy with life are that exact same person in death.
I mean, but to to threaten to kill somebody, like
that's pretty extreme,
right?
That's like
and it might even have nothing to do with the. I mean, he said it was like a garage, right? So there's nothing underneath.
Yeah,
and like a I guess like some sort of loft maybe converted into an apartment. So I mean, there could be some shit.
I mean, we know where this is. We very well could get a hold of this landlord and be like, "Hey, I hear you got a haunted property."
Could we
could ghost hunt it.
We could ghost hunt it.
How funny would it be to do a remote pod as a ghost hunt while we were sitting there?
Yeah, but the only thing that gets me a little, and I know I'm a fucking wishy-washy on this, I know, but just hear me out. The whole hitchhiker effect thing,
yeah,
scares the fuck out of me, man.
It's
Don't be scared.
Wow.
I don't want to bring it here. I don't want to bring it home.
You're not gonna.
We don't know that.
Just say that it's not gonna happen, and then it won't.
Fuck. All right, Chris got me.
I mean, did he though?
PMA, positive. Dude, Chris is the most positive person we know.
Oh my God, that's wonderful.
He's like,
all right. So here's the other thing.
Some capes and it's fine.
We just wear some capes. There you go.
We bring blankets.
Oh,
we feel threatened.
Shit.
We cover our heads.
Yeah.
We already established.
There we go.
Blankets are better than
safety.
Capes.
Blankets.
We'll
are
just
better
make
than
the blanket
capes.
as a cape.
Yeah, and then you can flip it over.
There you go.
Right.
The sound of the flipping cape.
Yeah,
and suddenly you're safe.
Nice.
And then when you're feeling brave again,
do bathrobes count? Like just get dope bathrobes.
Oh yeah, there you go. Shit.
I mean, if you can cover your face.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get those ones that you can order. You can like sleep.
Yeah,
in.
you got like a whole thing pop up. Just us three fucking turds walk around bathrobes in this fucking dude's fucking apartment.
I am in.
We need to get Snuggies. All of our ghost hunting equipment.
I got a hot Cheeto Snuggie, yeah, dude.
And then fucking get in there and do this.
There it is.
Assuming someone's not pleasantly living there now, completely
that's
unaffected.
True. I would love
They still
to
might
know,
let us ghost on it, though. That's all we want to do.
That's true, they could.
That's true.
I would love to know how many people that turned over in this apartment.
Yeah.
Not only this Thad and his ex and this other woman that lived there, but how many people does this happen to?
Right.
Yeah, that's so true.
Yeah, I mean, it's been 20 years.
Yeah, so
that's part of the problem. And also, like, was the person immediately before the woman someone who died in the house?
Yeah,
or again, was there a litany of short stays because the place was unbearable? Was it somebody that like ran a little garage and lived in an efficiency above it?
Yeah, died under the car.
Right,
got crushed by the fucking car.
By the car, dude.
There's bodies under the concrete.
Oh, you know that?
Garage.
There you go. Yeah.
Cemetery beneath the garage.
Oh, God damn it.
All right, let's look into it.
Just one tiny little cemetery under the garage.
Jesus Christ.
I was
a little family plot.
That's the name of the pod, but this is not Patreon. So
it's
that will
not.
not be the name of the pod.
Yes.
So there it is. Thank you, Thad, so very much.
Yeah, it's fascinating. It's terrifying. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude.
Would love to get any feedback knowledge that you got from the landlord about what this place is, what's going on with it, if you even bothered to ask any more questions.
Yeah, no, I mean, you can hit him up on Instagram, check him out. Yeah, and also, too, Thad, who you can check his work out, his tattoo shop, if you're here in the Syracuse area. KeepsakeSyracuse.com. That link will be in the description of this podcast. Thad's a fucking awesome dude. He's been a long-time friend of mine. And yeah, man, thanks for sending that story in. And if you have any stories that you would like to send in for our listener stories episodes, you can do that by emailing into cryptonautpodcast@gmail.com, or you can go to cryptonautpodcast.com, fill the form out. Please do not DM them to me because I cannot copy and paste shit from Instagram.
Yeah.
It is a giant pain in the ass for your boy Mark. So let's thank some folks. Robert. Support us at Patreon.
Fuck yes.
Patreon.com/Cryptonaut Podcast. All the bonus audio episodes, video episodes, Discord access, all the fun shit you want for a monthly fee. Let's get started with
Nick Cage for John Edmonds.
Hell yeah, dude.
Perfect.
That's all one.
casting.
That's all one.
That's one.
I
Yeah,
love
just
it.
one word. Letter 4. Jesus Christ. Number 4 to boot. And we all agreed. I mean, that is impeccable
for
casting.
sure.
Like
he's playing John Madden.
John.
Yeah, coming up, there's a John Madden
The
movie
football
that Nick Cage
coach?
is playing. Yeah, they put him like in
How?
a chunky suit.
Oh, I was like,
It actually kind of works. If when you look at him, you're like, I could kind of see him as John Madden.
I can see the wispy hair.
No, they put him in like a chunky suit.
No, the wispy hair.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that
He's already got Madden hair is what I mean.
Yeah, no, for sure. For sure. It works, though. And
All
then
right.
Spider-Man Noir thing's coming out that he's voiced, too.
Oh.
Yeah, which is pretty dope. Which is
Interesting.
very good. So
Yeah, no, that would be great.
maybe one day
casting.
we'll see him as John Edmonds.
Maybe. Moving on. Crystal.
Hell yeah, Crystal. Thank you so much for the support.
Dan113.
Hell yeah, Dan 113. We love it.
Madman Lucas.
Yeah, Madman Lucas, what up?
Joseph Let me just one. Aparicio. Aparicio.
That's probably pretty close.
Aparicio.
Yeah.
Yep.
It could be Aparicio, but whatever.
Oh, fuck.
It's either, I mean, the C's are tricky.
Aparicio?
My name's a classic example of that.
Yeah.
Carnicelli.
Yeah. Most people who say it will say that first.
Carnicelli.
When it's not wrong. It's
No.
just
Right.
when they moved here, they decided to make it a soft C.
Yeah. There you go.
Joseph Aparicio.
Thank you, Joseph. We appreciate
Unless
it.
we're wrong, and then we'll say it again.
There you go.
Whimsy Kel.
Yeah, whimsical. Thank you.
Oh, I get it now.
Yeah.
Whimsical.
Dude.
I get it.
Ice ship mice elf. Hell yeah,
Oh,
dog.
Boysies.
Eh.
Major Shrug.
Hell yeah, Major Shrug. Thank you so much.
There is no Waldo.
All one word. Oh, gotcha, boys. Thank you.
Mike Early.
Hell yeah, Mike.
MC Early. I just felt like saying that.
Okay.
Easy Erlin in the parking lot.
Sure. What do you got?
Easy, rest in peace.
All
Too
right.
soon.
All right. She's R.I.P. Easy E. All right.
Sometimes I just randomly miss Easy E.
No, I did. Me too. All right. Cool.
I see a name like Early.
All right.
Fuck. Reza 2K4 is the final name.
That is the final
Thank you,
name.
Reza 2K4.
Thank
we
you,
appreciate
Reza.
that support.
Thank
Again,
you, everybody.
Patreon.com/Cryptonaut podcast. Bonus
Good
audio,
stuff.
bonus
Good
video,
stuff.
all kinds of fun shit. Discord access. Get it. Check it out.
Yes.
And again, thank you to Carrie, Sean, and Thad for sending in your listener stories.
Oh, yeah.
And if you got experience you want to share again, send that into cryptonautpodcast@gmail.com. We're going to save everything. We save everything we get. We have a huge, collection. Like Carrie had sent hers in like a while ago. Thad was recently, and I started piecing these things together. So thank you for sending those in.
And I love it. I say it every time, but like,
it's
it's
so
a
much
surprise
fun,
for
dude.
me. So I love this because I'm not doing anything except
it's
reacting.
Awesome. It's so much fun.
And so, these stories are great. So please, if you have anything even remotely interesting, do not hesitate. And of course, we respect your anonymity if that's what you choose.
Yeah, totally. You don't got to.
You don't have to
tell
worry
your
about
name
at
all.
We're not going to out you. Just
completely
share your stories because they help us fill in gaps and bring new stories to the the pantheon of paranormal
and
lore.
You all are genuinely fucking got some creepy shit going on.
Fuck yeah.
So I love hearing about it. And then I get a little spooky when I'm driving home at night. I drop Chris off. I'm like, I'm scared. I'm driving around my truck, and I'm all nervous and shit.
We might even do a little book on it someday.
Yeah,
Who knows?
sometime. Oh, you never know. You never know. The Instas, the Twitters, the Facebooks, the Instas, the socials of the medias, the TikToks, the short form videos, all kinds of fun shit. We're out there. We're doing it. Like, comment, DM, all that kind of fun stuff. Share. Check it all out there in the social medias. We're doing it, making it happen. The merch right here, $10 tier can see this.
Yes.
Boom, new t-shirt available, hellerspace.com. Our TeePublic shop has been updated to a dashery. It is still TeePublic. It is just a new storefront. Our sales on that website will follow all of the TeePublic sales.
Yep.
So whenever there's a TeePublic sale, hellerspace.com, go there. Our shit's going to be on sale as well. I believe our shit's actually cheaper. Could buy $1 possibly. I could be wrong.
Shit.
But regardless, all the merch is there. Check it out. The links are, in the description of this episode. Our link tree, you can grab all kinds of shit there to click to go to the store. So yeah, check all that out. And I think that's it.
Collect them all.
Right? Did I hit them all?
Sounds about right.
I think I hit the socials. I hit the merch. I hit the this. I hit the that. Yeah, I got it all.
You did.
Excellent. Oh, YouTube. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. We have all kinds of bonus fun YouTube videos happening over there. So check that out.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying those. Those are really
it's
fun.
super fun, dude.
Yeah.
Super fun. We got all kinds of fun shit happening there. So there it is. Thank you all so very much. And we'll be talking to you soon.
Goodbye. See you later.
Goodbye, dear friends. Send us your creepy shit.
Please.
And then we'll discuss it amongst us.
Never stop believing
can
in the blanket.
Oh,
the blanket is the
No,
fucking
you lose faith
key.
in the blanket.
Yeah.
You've lost.
Don't lose faith in the don't lose faith in the blanket.
Fair.
If there was ever evidence for like a tuple-like thing, it's the fucking blanket.
Truly is.
You believe in the blanket.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sensing a new t-shirt.
Believe in the blanket.
Don't lose faith in the blanket.
I can't wait to get the new art. He's like, dude, I drew a blanket. It's just like, it's true.
It's gonna be a fucking.
It's just a blanket,
bro. Drew blanket. Like, what is this for,
dude? You'll be when I fucking get us blankets in the studio, and I take modeling pictures of us all under blankets.
Okay.
As the illustration.
Okay.
That
all of us
as inspiration for the illustration.
So all three of us together under blankets and just being safe. Like, don't lose faith.
Oh yeah.
All right. Cool. Sick.
We can do that.
All right.
We're gonna have to have someone take the photo though.
Yeah. I mean, I can do my
people.
time on my Our iPhones, you can set a timer on it for 10 seconds and it'll take a picture.
Yeah.
I mean, I can do that with Android.
You can do it with Android too. See? Don't worry about it. We're good. We got it.
All right.
Or maybe we can have Bill do it. Why
Sure.
not?
Why not?
Yeah.
He can totally do it.
Anything's possible. He has an iPhone too.
We have all kinds of. We can do separate shots. We got a whole hallway.
Exactly.
Get some dope bokeh. It'll be great.
Oh, she's in Boca?
Yeah.
All right.
You know what that is?
Like Boca Raton? Like Florida?
You have no idea
What are we doing? What's Boca?
What's a bokeh?
Like for cameras, when you get the blurry background.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, deep focus.
I don't know why I thought you were talking about Boca Raton. Weird.
Yeah.
All right. I went there. Strange.
Yeah, well, I just need it for art references. So
Okay,
we don't
sick.
need to
I'm
get
gonna buy
fancy.
it. But...
Okay. Awesome. Well, there it is. We're talking to you soon.
Yeah.
All right, dudes.
Yeah.
Peace.
We will.
Oh, I gotta shut this off.
Ha!